Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Real Men of Real Estate. My name is Thomas Chappell. Now we're here by our special guest. They finally made it in. So, special guest, Toya Tillett. How you doing on this afternoon, Miss Tillett?
I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. I do appreciate you showing up for the day.
Yes.
So, we're going to jump right into it. Okay. So, let people know who Miss Tillett is. What have you done throughout the course of your life before you got into real estate? Let them know the real person behind real estate.
Okay, so prior to getting into real estate or getting into any career path, I was a dancer. I was able to, do a little bit of professional dancing, some teaching and everything. So that's kind of where my background is. And then I got into accounting. I've always tried to run from these numbers, but I can't. So I have a strong background in accounting and human resources. So that's kind of where I was before I actually started real estate.
So are you originally from California or are you from somewhere else?
I am originally from Linwood, California.
Oh, my God. Okay, we got a California in the house here, ladies and gentlemen. So how did you, in your growing up, what kind of prompted you into, mold you into going outside of the box to get into to do dancing? What got you going into that?
Well, I used to sit around as a child and watch music videos, and my favorite artist is Janet Jackson. Of course, I love Michael, too. So between the two of them, I would study their videos, study their choreography and their movements, and I just picked it up, and I started doing it.
Okay. So, and as far as that is concerned, you end up doing that professionally now. Could somebody today see anything that you did professionally?
Probably not. There wasn't like YouTube and stuff like that around when I was dancing. That was a long time ago. Like it was more high school days, because I've even tried looking up some, trying to see if I could find some videos from when we danced and did competitions and different things. I couldn't find anything. So yeah, probably not other than my mom's VHS tapes.
Oh, so that moms can sell those tapes and put it out there and make some money now, huh?
No, not anymore. She passed on last year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's
but
okay.
Yeah, but that's cool though. So getting into as you become an adult and whatnot, what college did you go to and what was your course of study when you was in college?
Okay, initially I went to Westwood College of Technology and I earned an AS degree in computer programming. Kind of graduated from the school, it was one of those trade schools. So I met my husband there and, graduated with my 2-year degree. And then I transferred to Cerritos College to take some extra classes that I needed to transfer to the University of Laverne, where I got my BS degree in public administration. Okay,
that's good. So now you meet your husband and you guys have kids and things like that. So in your home life, are your kids into the performings or what's going on with that?
My kids are performers, okay? My son sings, he acts. My daughter sings and dances. My baby son, he's more of a car whiz. So we're still trying to really figure out like what his talent's going to be. But then I discovered he could beatbox. And I was like, okay, that's pretty interesting. Okay. So they all have some type of musical or dance, some kind of thing in them.
Okay, that sounds good. So then transitioning into where you are today, as far as what made you get into real estate, what's your why or why you're doing what you're doing now?
Okay, so initially getting into real estate, I had taken a class at Cerritos, and it was the real estate principles, I believe it was. And my teacher was telling us, how wonderful it is. And I'm like, oh, I like looking at houses. And she's like, oh, you make so much money, you do this and that. And I was like, okay, great. I'm going to get my real estate license. But what she neglected to tell us was, you don't get paid unless you sell something. So, initially I was kind of like, all right, I went and started with the brokerage, and I'm like, yeah, he's like, come in every day, 9 to 5, and we're going to make some phone calls and, get some deals. And I'm like, okay, cool. After about 2 weeks, I'm like, where's my check? And he's like, you got to sell something to get a check. And I was like, really? All right, I'm out of here, going to get a job. So that's what I did, because by this time I had 2 kids. So right. I'm like, y'all got to eat. I don't have time to be sitting up here waiting for something to happen for me to be able to feed you guys. So I did get a job, and I kind of did real estate more part-time, weekends, things like that. And then in about 2012, when I left my corporate job, that's when I went in full-fledged, full-time.
Now, being as an agent now, I hear that there's a lot of struggles when agents are involved because they're feeling like they're not getting the information they need to become successful. So what is the breakdown of an agent's job security on a daily basis?
Well, the breakdown would be, of course, what I've learned from my business coach, and unfortunately it took me almost 17 years to learn this, is that you really need to niche down. You really need to focus in on what it is that makes you happy and combine that with some of your previous talents and make that work for you in real estate. And that's one of the main things. And I wish I had learned that initially in the beginning, because I would have saved so much time trying to get ahead. You start real estate, you get your license, you're hungry, and the brokerage may have some training, but it may not be what's for you.
Right.
And so that's the key thing, is really figuring out what it is you want out of it. Like, if you wanted to be an investor, you don't necessarily need a license to be an investor if that's what you want to do.
Correct.
And a lot of people don't understand that, and they'll go get their license thinking, oh, I want to invest in real estate, so I'm going to get my real estate license. That's not always the best way to do it.
Exactly.
So definitely knowing what you want to do, what you want out of it first, and then determining if you do want to be an agent and you do want to help buyers and sellers, then which buyers and sellers do you want to help? You want to work with investors? You want to work with first-time buyers? You want to work with foreclosures? It's just there's so many things in this real estate game that you can get into. You just really got to know what it is that you want to do and what makes you happy and what makes you feel good.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the hard question here. Mm-hmm. By me being an investor, sometimes the relationship between the investor and the agent is not solid. And why?
Because I'm gonna keep it real. Because a lot of agents don't know how to work with investors.
Thank you. Somebody told the truth. Amen. Keep going.
That's what it is. They're not equipped to running the numbers. Like, me with my accounting background, this made it perfect for me to move into the space of working with investors, and especially doing commercial real estate as well, because I know how to run the numbers. I know how to make things make sense. I also have a tax business, so I know what the tax implications are going to be when you're purchasing a property and what's going to make sense for that investor. So that's really the main reason. A lot of agents, they don't know how to run the numbers. They feel like investors are a waste of time because, you guys may not only be exclusively working with them. And so they feel like, oh, I'm not going to put a lot of time into it. But, what they don't know is that, you might get different properties from everywhere, but there's other ways that they can actually get involved with you. Well, as an agent, why don't we partner together? Like, I want to invest too. So you're an investor. Let's partner on some deals together. And then I can project manage this if you're rehabbing it or if you're doing a new construction. There's a deeper relationship that we can build on that, when you're working with an investor. And a lot of agents just don't know that. And so it's the unknown. And
that is very true, because dealing with agents and looking to find the right one to keep that train going, you sending these lowball offers in, and we looking to get paid. We want to get our percentage and whatnot. We want to double dip, but in order for you to be able to do that, one, you got to go find inventory, and two, you got to understand why the investor is buying it at a low. It's not because they're looking at making all the money. Right. It's the fact is that, okay, the house is going to need some repairs, and understanding that once the house has been repaired and we sold the house, we still have a 10-year responsibility. So if we cut corners, not just something that's real major, trivial like maintenance or whatnot, if we didn't secure the roof and the roof fell in, or if the foundation fell in, or the walls caved in, we're still responsible. And somebody definitely got injured or died from that, we're still responsible. So we got a 10-year window to make sure that we're clear. And a lot of agents don't understand that because they looking at, I'm just trying to get paid, you know?
And that's something in the industry they call commission breath. It's just like, I'm just doing this. I need this commission. It's like, no, think of other ways that you can insert yourself to make the money that you need to make. You're going to get the commission, but then what else could I do for you? As an investor, you don't always have time to be out there running around. So if I'm bringing you the properties, I'm talking to you as an investor.
Exactly.
If I'm finding the properties for you, I'm bringing them to you off market, that's more valuable to you than just finding something on the MLS and sending you something.
Well, say amen again. Somebody talking truth today. Okay, I guess it's a Sunday thing then, huh?
Yeah, I believe in keeping it real, especially, it's real estate, so be real.
Exactly. So the point is that getting into that, Have you done any investing yourself?
I have actually. I've actually partnered with some ladies, and we purchased a property in Punta Cana. So,
okay, where's Punta Cana?
In the Dominican Republic.
Oh, my goodness. You going that far? You going international on us?
We're going international. I have a property in Indiana. I have one that we're actually just started new construction on. Well, actually, we're going to be starting in about a week, but we've got the plans and everything submitted in Kansas City, Missouri. So I'm not afraid to step outside of California because right now, I mean, honestly, there's not a lot of deals here. And then the price point, it makes it even harder to get in. So I've been lucky enough to hook up with an amazing developer, Ms. Tamika Bryant, and she is developing some projects in the Dominican Republic, and we're creating ways for investors to find affordable solutions.
Okay, that's good. Now, I know with one of the projects, I don't know what happened to it, but I know you came to me about funding for it. I don't recall what actually happened, or is it on a standstill at this point, but the funding that you was looking for was in the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic.
Right. It was for a project in the Dominican Republic. So what happened is the land that we were looking at ended up getting sold. So, of course, we have to go out and look for some more land and some more opportunities, but definitely still in talks with the lender. And thank you very much for that connection.
Wait, that makes me feel good because I'm about to say, dang, we screwed up. We didn't. Okay, great.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
And I'm also understanding that you're looking at doing something in Mexico.
You know what? Actually, I have an agent that is interested in coming to work for my company who wants to do some projects in Mexico. So it's a possibility, but we do have some other countries on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, just want to let you know that we can fund in Mexico and we can also fund in the Dominican Republic. So don't feel free. Don't be afraid to come and reach out to me. Yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back because you said something that I want to touch on is that you are doing accounting. So I want to touch on that because that was one of my topics my subjects that I did in school. So let's take a commercial break. We'll be back with our guests on the Real Men of Real Estate. Thank you.